So this is part 2 on how to know whether a person is about to go or leave this world. What this lady is saying is actually true. Number one is physical body changes, and the key one here in question is skin color. Some people are usually like darker toned skin, and one day all of a sudden you see them lighter in complexion. But they're not just lighter, right? It's not like natural lighting. You notice that it's like something is wrong in their body that is making them a bit glow. You get what I'm saying? Me personally, I've noticed that some drugs that people take eventually start changing their color. All right? So there are some drugs that maybe you are sick, you're taking it every day, gradually start changing your skin color. And to me, once it's reaching that point where it's changing your skin color into some kind of yellowish, shady, there is not like nice looking color, you're already approaching that point where it's going to damage one of your organs. That's the way I say it. Another one is avoiding eye contact. Somebody that you know that whenever you meet and you guys gist and everything, even if they are sick, no problem, you guys can discuss. But all of a sudden, they start avoiding eye contact. They don't look at you well again. Maybe they know something that time is up, you know. Another one is the lost gaze. If you look at the eyes are lost. Let's say you are here talking to the person and the person wants to look at you. A normal person will be like, hey, how are you? That's a normal turning. But this person that's about to go, they'll be like, oh, are you the one hey, how are you? You see, the eye takes time to focus on things. And finally, when they look at you, it's like their eye zooms in a little for them to really capture that they are talking with you. That person is gone. So in the other video, people were complaining that I did not give the way to tackle some of these things. All right. So number one way is to look at the medication the person is taking. Some people are not responding to medication. The medication is just keeping them alive, but they are still dying small. Most people don't observe this. They just have so much trust on the medication. No. If you see that the person you are treating is not recovering, change the hospital. All hospitals are not the same. They don't have the same level of expertise. They don't have the same equipment. They don't have the same procedure. A hospital located in a village will use cheap means to address issues. And they will always assume that you don't have the money to go for all the CT scans, MRI scans, and all. So they will just make guesswork and try to treat the person based on what they have. But a hospital located in an expensive, a big town, they may be expensive, but their clients, their customers are more likely to sue them for malpractice. So they are more likely to address problems or health issues properly, knowing that there might be repercussions, because most of their patients, who are their customers, many people forget that hospitals are for profit. So most of their patients have the financial power to fight back. Do you understand? So all hospitals are not the same. Same thing with all doctors. Some doctors are more experienced than others. Some doctors are specialists. They have experience in solving that particular problem. So changing hospitals, changing doctors can sometimes do the trick. There are many cases of people traveling abroad or traveling to a different city, and they got a totally different diagnosis and their issue got treated. Do you understand? Now sometimes, okay, also some people's body may not be responding to no matter what medication you give them. You know, we have Western medicine that deals with doctors, nurses, hospitals, injections, surgeries, tablets, pills. This is what this kind of medicine is consisting of. But then we have African traditional medicine, which is herbs, this thing, and treatment. Do you understand? And some therapy. We have acupuncture, acupressure. There are different kinds of medicine per se. So sometimes your body is not even responding to one, and you keep pursuing that one, you might eventually go. So if you notice that somebody is gradually going, you should try and change the method. Now, I have to put some caveats, right? The best kind of medicine is Western medicine, all right? But also, you need to know that when it comes to traditional medicine, it's mostly what you're supposed to eat. Our ancestors they did traditional medicine in the olden days based on the environment they had then. People weren't eating junk foods then. Do you understand? People weren't getting all these injections at childbirth. You get what I'm saying? And so there's a lot of things that we have today that are not there. So this herbal medicine needs improvement. In those days, the native doctors would try to mask the herbs or the treatment with spiritism, so they will look powerful. If you come now with malaria and let's say I'm a native doctor, I know a herb I'm supposed to use to treat you. If it was in the olden days, I'll first do incantation and tell you to bring white goat, white this. That I'll tell you that the spirit is inside you. I'll put smoke everywhere. At the end of the day, I will not give you that herb. You understand? So that way I've collected more money from you. But that was in the olden days. Now, all that spiritism is not needed. If you reach out to somebody like me now, and you tell me your health problem and everything, and it's something that we have the herbs for, I'll give you the herb directly. You taking it, will see the name. You take the name and discuss with your medical doctor that knows your medical history. That one will look at it and you see that, okay, wow, what this guy said makes sense. Or you can go ahead and take it. Things are no longer masked. Most of diseases, we have the way we treat it with herbs. So I can always give you the herbs. I don't tell for free. If you come to me, I don't tell for free. 2, I'm not a medical doctor. All right, so at the end of the day, this is one thing you can try. The reason I'm mentioning this is you don't just go to any herbalist anyhow. You go to the one that whatever they're giving you, know. This thing, what is this thing you're trying to give me? What is it? How long will it take me to recover if I take this? Do you understand? I'm taking this medication. Can I discuss this with my doctor? Then another thing is, most people don't look at the medication they're taking. Sometimes your body is reacting badly to one of the drugs. There are some medication you will take, as it's healing your eye problem, it's causing you nose problem, from nose problem it's causing you a liver, and as before you know it, over some time, you will start developing another disease. So if you know that somebody that you are treating, that you are taking care of, is starting to go, what you should do is take their medications, each one, and Google it, and Google the side effects. Sometimes they call it contraindications. Most people don't know. I wish I have a medication now. Each medication, each pack comes with a leaflet. People don't read that leaflet. That leaflet explains everything about that drug, and there's a section that they say that some people experience these side effects after taking this drug, this, that. So sometimes you are treating something and it's getting worse in another way, and the way it's getting worse is actually a known side effect, because your body system happens to be, unfortunately, among the people that experience that side effect. Some people don't read it. They just think that the projected charm from village is hurting them. They will not pay attention to why is this person now reacting this, or since this person started taking this medication, that's when they started having this problem. Your doctor cannot come from hospital and tell. It's you that will be observant and say, this problem was not like this before. Do you understand? This is how it started, from when this, that. That's why I encourage people to take note of to take note of their health status. If you have a way of measuring things, you take note of it. Like when it comes to high blood pressure, I usually tell people, check your blood pressure. If you're having high blood pressure, right, check it 3 to 4 times a day for at least 1 month, and you record it. Some blood pressure machines now these days, you can sync it to your phone, and then it will keep the record automatically. Otherwise, you record it. Morning 5 a.m. on August 22nd, afternoon, you record it. After 1 month, you start seeing a pattern. Now, anytime it comes down suddenly, let's say it's at 150, and then you record it one day, it's at 130. You have to record all the things you ate before that day, the day before, and that day. You write it down, and so on. If it goes up, suddenly spikes, you write all the things you ate. After some time, you start seeing a pattern. You yourself will know the foods you should avoid by yourself. And you can do it with the same kind of other sicknesses. When people are having crisis, something must have triggered that crisis. So you want to record what did they eat the days before, 2-3 days before, like that, till you find what is causing the crisis. Do you understand? Another final one is exercise. Most sick people don't exercise, but sickness is trying to make you not to exercise. You are supposed to start